About 6 years ago, I left primary school. It was at that school that my interest in computers flourished, partly due to the fact that I got all the school's old stuff. Most of the Macs I have came from that school, and I owe quite a lot. Back in 2006, when I first started getting into Macs, and computers in general, the white polycarbonate MacBooks were the newest thing out, and my school bought about 800 of them over the 4 years the non-unibody models were made. I'd always wanted one of these machines, but I'd never been able to get one because my parents said I didn't need one, which is probably true. Nowadays, these once state-of-the-art machines are being thrown out if deemed broken, even for small issues such as a broken CD drive, to make way for the iPads of tomorrow. Every time I see one being disposed of, I grab it because I still see them as the great machines they once were, and with a little bit of work, they can still be really useful today. These followed me home today.
So we go where we are, we don't know, but I'm ready to start running to race home. Silence, your heart beats slowly over me. Silent race home.
What we have here today are 5 polycarbonate MacBooks. All of them are in various states of disrepair, some being almost working and some being totally dead. But it's going to be quite a cool project for me to do, even though I have exams and I probably should be studying for them, but oh well. They've all got notes in them, so we'll go through the notes. Well, this one has a dead battery, or has no battery, broken hinge, an intermittent backlight, is not well, and I've written on it that it's from 2006. I just got these a couple of hours ago, but I've gone through and had a look. Now, I can tell you for a fact that this one works mostly, apart from the backlight occasionally flickering. The hinge is broken, but if I grab a charger later on, this will work. It has an 80 gig hard drive. It runs 10.6 just fine. It has 1 gig of RAM, a 1.83 core duo, and GMA 950 graphics, so it's a winner. It just needs some basic spare parts, and I have most of them. And then I can pass it on to someone, or maybe keep it for myself, but I probably won't because I've already got one. Move the GeForce 6600. Yep, 6600 is what it is. The next one here, the notes backwards. This is dead. No chime, only sleep light and suspect logic board. 80 gig hard drive, upstairs 120 gig hard drive, and 2006. Now I turn this on and it is definitely dead. It doesn't do anything, and the hard drive clicks, so I'm pretty sure the hard drive is dead, unless the logic board is causing it to click. It's also from 2006. It's also got a 1.83 core duo with, I'm pretty sure, 2 gigs of RAM-ish. However, I do have a motherboard for this, conveniently. So once I get the motherboard out of I've actually just got a spare motherboard sitting around. So I'll chuck it in this and see if it works. And if it does, I'll have another 2006. Yes, CD drive's dead. I'm too surprised they generally die pretty quickly on these, especially because these come from schools. Right, here we go. This one's damaged but works. Flashing question mark because there's no hard drive. The combo drive is stuffed. The battery's been taken for another pod. No keyboard. And I don't know, I can't actually read that. It says something about the motherboard, but it does have a motherboard, and I've written on it early 2008 because that's what it's from. Now, weirdly enough, it's bent, as you can see. The hinge isn't broken, but it makes a clicking noise. Oh, it didn't sound too good from that hinge, but I think it's just bent. Now, this is in early 2008, and I've powered it up, and I can confirm that it does actually work, apart from the fact that it has no keyboard. So I had to find out one of those. I probably had one lying around here somewhere, and I think this also has, 1 gig of RAM. Yeah, that's that one. One of these will be donating its screen to early 2009. Damaged LCD panel, mid-2007. Now, this one, I originally thought, if I can get it open, because it doesn't have it, the magnets are very, very strong when there's no bezel. Here we go. This one, the panel appeared to work, but it has some weird marks behind here. Kind of like water's got into it. But then, just as it was booting OS 10, the lines appeared and the screen stopped working. So either it's got a video cable issue or the screen's broken, but whatever it is, it's a mid-2007 machine. So I don't have any spare parts. Well, I have spare screens, but I don't have any. I haven't actually had one of these before. I think my black one. I've got a black MacBook, and I'm fairly certain it's mid 2007. but I don't expressly have any spare parts for it. But this one does work minus the screen. And then finally we have room 10. No backlight, battery suspect, no hard drive, and that is right, it does turn on. There is no backlight, so it's got a failed inverter because there's a buzzing noise. Now either that means the backlight and the screen is dead, or the inverter is dead. I'm hoping it's the inverter because I don't have that many spare screens, but this is a 2008 machine. Yeah, it's pretty good on the inside. All of these have had their top cases replaced with that free program that Apple did a couple of years ago, so most of them don't have the chipping along here. Some of them have the chipping up here, but yeah, most of them are missing some screws, or none of them have batteries. But that's not too surprising. Yes, this one's missing those 3 bottom screws, but I'm fairly certain, yeah, it has those screws on the side. Yeah, well, over the coming weeks, balancing with my exams, I should be doing some videos on these, trying to get them working, seeing what's going to happen. And I'm going to be uploading the final part of my Celeron challenge very soon. It's 80 gigs in size, which is why I've been refraining from editing it and uploading it. But it is done. I just need to export it and upload it, and then it should be done. It's over an hour long, so prepare yourselves if you want to watch it. It's a pretty big process. I might upload an abridged video just that's a little bit short, a lot shorter, so that I don't end up with droning on for an hour about various Celeron problems. But yeah, another video to come soon is of this, which I've had for many years, Apple G3 Power Mac. Original revision 1 with a 300 MHz CPU. IDE control still works, unlike most of them. But interestingly enough with this machine, if I can get it open, because there we go, the door's a bit stuck. The power supply fan broke, and instead of replacing the fan, I just converted it to an ATX PC power supply with simple modification of cutting the -5 volt line on this little ATX adapter. And I'm going to be building this into the ultimate Power Mac G3, including upgrading the graphics card, a PCI graphics card. It's maxing the RAM to 1 gig if it'll take it, because it's been pretty temperamental with high quantities of RAM before, and either looking for a G4 upgrade or possibly getting a 450 MHz G3, or even just overclocking this, because I've had a look at these overclocking pins and I might be able to get this all the way up to 450 MHz if I'm lucky. I also removed the system fan, but I will be replacing it with some sort of Noctua fan. The goal is to have a Power Mac G3 that is totally silent and can be used to download torrents all day. Quite a few people use them for that, and if I grab a gigabit LAN card, I'll be able to plug it in and it will go well. Converting it to an ATX power supply is very easy, and the only thing I've lost is the ability to put it to sleep. It will go to sleep, the drives will spin down, the CPU will spin down, but the only thing that won't work is it won't change to orange, and the power supply fan keeps spinning, but it's quiet, so it doesn't really matter. The speaker on this is also stuck. It sounds very bad, very tinny, but the more you exercise it, or the more you play sound through it, it gets better and better. I don't know what it's causing it, but it works, so oh well. It's already got a DVD RW drive that I installed many years ago in it, so it's not too bad. I've had this for quite a few years, I just haven't made a video of it. I've also got a G5 Power Mac, some PC builds with my new Asus Z170 Pro gaming motherboard in there, which I'm going to be putting some sort of maybe an i7 6700K in, DDR4 RAM. And I'll do something with this. This is an Asus Z97A with a 4790K in it. I've got no idea what to do with it. And this, my little mail server ITX server build with a 4th gen Pentium. If I can just open this up. These will be some of the videos that are appearing soon. Really cool little case. This is a Raid Max, I've forgotten what it is. So Raid Max something is what it is. Okay, see you YouTube.